Your beloved person, your treasure, your desired partner is in a relationship, in contact with another person. Maybe you officially know about it or unofficially, and there is someone else. And now let's take a look at how things are going there, what the resistance is, and how it will continue. It doesn't have to be a romantic relationship, but it can also be a person. Or people who simply influence him, who are simply standing in between. And now we are looking at resistance, as mentioned. I am in the collective, as we are here. And then I have to address it more generally. So we delve into the topic of other people, where there is still a third person who is indeed standing in between. And now let's take a look at how things are going, what the current status is. And of course, how things will continue from here. Let's take a look. A very, very warm hello, a very warm hug. You are wonderful. Thank you for your comments and thank you for being here, dear ones. Thank you for your warmth. It is so wonderful and very dear. A hug goes out to you, and I send you many wonderful, beautiful moments and feelings. So let's take a look now, dear ones. We are in the collective. Collective readings may not apply to everyone, and the person cards are gender neutral. This applies to both male and female. Yes, and we had the question in the collective. And I always address all questions in the collective. Little by little, all the questions. And I thank you for that. So, now let's take a look. Your loved one, what's going on there? When it involves a third person, that's really the issue. Good. So we have, and the side of the text, the Two of Coins. Two. The Two of Coins shows, yes, well, there's something, it seems to have somehow adapted, but also an inner restlessness is currently being shown. So it's about adaptation, rigidity, and such disorganization. He is so disorganized. And as I said, the inner restlessness, it's already showing quite strongly here in terms of energy, this sadness as well. And there's this up and down to be seen here repeatedly. So there's something, there's something is no longer right here. As I said, we have this sadness here, we have this rigidity. Something is just, yes, it also seems like this inner restlessness wants to bring something back into balance. And in any case, we can see an up and down, which is shown very clearly. So let's take a look at how things will proceed here. Now we have the coins again. Okay, let's continue. We have 8 of coins, because 8 of coins, yes. There is something here. Here is something superficial. It's about superficiality here. And these are problems. And this already looks quite exciting because it's about problems that he or she is currently solving. So it's about problem solving here because something is building up here or has built up. We are in the now. As mentioned, we are tapping into the energy of the present, the most present energy. And we are curious. In any case, it is also quite strongly about the material, the superficial. So I have right now currently, we are connected with a third person, a trio constellation. No matter how, as mentioned earlier, right at the beginning, but here we initially have no emotions involved. So, and if we take a look at the swords here, yes, it looks quite amusing there as well. Swords, swords. So here it's about a departure. A journey begins, as I like to say. We also have a rigidity again. And we are completely in the midst of change because there is also a sadness, there is an excitement. So there is something here, something she is doing right now that is simmering in the background. And we are also in a process of detachment. Let's take a look at what exactly it is, from whom or what or how he is detaching himself. In any case, there are also fears at play here. And they are also blocking a bit here. But what I see here overall is that it is really about a change. This is about a new beginning. And this process of detachment. So he is in it. Let's take a look at how it continues. What's going on there? Oh, mega. Well, I'm already totally impressed by this reading. And I'll tell you right away what's going on. So one thing I can already tell you, you can just sit back and relax here. You can have a bag of popcorn, chips, fruit salad, whatever. Also do eat. Everything is set. You can really get into this relaxed mode here. Definitely. Yes. Good. Okay. So, detachment process. Definitely. Strike, shock. I can clearly see shock here. Shock. We are in the energy of your loved one, your counterpart, and a third person. Whether he noticed it or not. So, as I said, officially from him or her, or unofficially, the other person who opposed it, if it was perhaps a relationship, that was wrong. He knows it. He got involved in something. I see him being misled. And that's what he did. And that's his process that he has. And that's his issue that he is currently going through. So here, I really take the word had to when it really caught him cold. With the people close to the heart, as I said, please take it this way. Because honestly, I have false love here. I have only this being blinded, like rose-colored glasses, this false, simply wrong perspective, wrong actions, wrong activities, wrong thinking. Yes, completely messed up, blinded. I have him lying here. And that's where this shock moment comes now. It is or is being shown, into which he completely enters. So I would say it is so close to me that he is actually already completely in this process. After this reading, I say it doesn't just come next year, but there are several balls here that are already rolling quite powerfully. If we take bowling here, or rather the ball is rolling. And yes, strike, I would say. If we take the bowling game now, as I said, and strike means complete collapse, complete shock paralysis, complete disillusionment. And that's what he has always tried to push away. He has been fooling himself. He let himself be dazzled by her. Yes, I also have deception of false facts here. I have him completely in this doubt, in this. He was treated like a little child being shown, completely. I have her, or him, in his direction. As I said, whether it's a relationship or just a friend. Because I have nothing here where I can say, wow, everyone is like him or something like that. No, there's absolutely nothing there. And there's this area, yes, he or she was treated like a little child. And I have here completely, it's overwhelming accusations to the point of no return. He is being completely belittled here. Belittled in the area, he is a failure professionally. From his activities, he is a failure. Yes, here I even have the visual aspect included. There is something here that completely bothers her about this person, which is now coming out strongly, where it makes the scales fall from his eyes. What the whole matter is, what he didn't want to see, because he was really just floating on the surface, dabbling around, and yes, he just always wanted to run away, talked his situation up. I don't have love in play here. I actually have love completely. This person loves themselves. Yes, we have that. But here in the direction of a person dear to the heart, I have no love. He too, him or to her, but also not. Very clearly. I have envy, resentment, stress, anger, disappointment, accusations. She or he is disappointed in him. There is this, as I said, complete victim role. So here it's really, really being dished out heavily. And I have him completely here in his psyche. I have him completely feeling like a little child, like a failure. He can't get anything together. Yes, nothing at all. Whether it's financial, I also have a bit of a bottleneck here, especially with him, because he has been taken advantage of. As I said, either the woman, the person from a relationship, or if it's a friend, an acquaintance, somehow a close confidant where he was deluding himself. Because he saw this person differently, saw them incorrectly, didn't want to accept certain things. And let's see what happens next. So we definitely have it here for sure. Everything is completely resolved here in the end. So it doesn't go any deeper here at all. Yes, this person completely pretended to be different here to get what she or he wanted. I'll just stick with she here. Otherwise, I'll be running back and forth with he, she, it, and so on. Please, please, please always adapt it for yourselves, for your situation. And it's just that I'm simply using she, he, and she now, because that's just, yes, that's also masterful. Otherwise, I'd have too much confusion here. So the person completely pretended here and clearly showed something else, completely manipulated him. Your beloved person is also complete. You must have noticed, felt, or even picked up in communication that he exhibited behaviors, perhaps his voice, words, activities that didn't suit him at all, where you say, hey, that's not him at all. Yes, right, that was him, the person indeed. Only I have the person, the energy of this person, of this woman here. And it is really intense, as I said, blame. And this person is now completely showing their true colors here. Can pretend incredibly well, yes. And is really bombarding with messages and so on. I clearly see the separation. I see this cut. And the cut is indeed there, yes. It will be carried through. So there is no, well, maybe, and let's see, no, I have this cut here as certain as amen in church. Between the two, so the two of them. And it is such that even afterwards there will be no peace here because more messages will come, accusations again and again. But I have your beloved person here. He turns away from this person because he knows, what have I gotten myself into? Please, what have I gotten involved with? What did I trust here? It was misplaced trust. Because the person was only acting in their own favor and they are now fully following through with it here. And the person is actually going back there again. Whether it's another relationship here, another man. Where practically the ex, and there I have this swoosh again, this turn as well, that she goes back to where she came from. So I have an ex relationship here, going back into the past, returning there again. So your beloved person, as I said, is really feeling terrible. He is here now, he comes there. Cleaning up, resolving this step by step with her, this detachment process. Yes, he has that. So the detachment process is not step by step. I rather have the detachment process from that it resolves the old behavior patterns he had all the time, all the years that you might have also noticed. And there it is, he is detaching from that. The past is being replaced. What I told you earlier, what he really needed now, he kept following the same pattern, didn't want to look at his own issues. And now he is at the point where he is completely transforming that. And this detachment process to detach from that. This rigidity, which we saw earlier in double form, is also a state of shock being shown. This is it, this pure awakening that he has experienced here. What is really happening here? So, and then we enter the area where he actually wakes up. Oh my God, what have I actually done wrong here? Because we also have you in the game, there comes this disappointment, this, oh shit, why did I let her go? What have I done? Or why did I push her away? Maybe didn't reach out anymore, withdrew myself. Whether it was a getting to know phase, a relationship, no matter what it was between the two of you, I have this absolute, this bright awakening. And there, I have him in his thoughts too. This, wow, what kind of woman are you? Hey, it even aligns because it really is like that. There I have him in his thoughts, this like scales falling from the eyes, this, oh my God, what kind of warmth do you have? What kind of warmth do you have? What have you given him or her to me? Your confidence, this, hey, watch out, you are great. Come on, we will find a solution here. Here I have it ice cold, and here I have it really warm, lying. Understanding, you are understanding. You have given him the warmth. And this is now on the level of consciousness, what becomes completely clear to him, what has been going on here, what he did not want to see. And that's where he's heading now. And as I said, it doesn't matter if it's some acquaintance, it can also be familial, brother, sister, mother, father, whatever. Or a relationship, a girlfriend. So a romantic relationship. There I have a complete cut. End, done. Nada, nothing works there anymore. The connection is completely terminated. And there, as I said, this pressure that he also has, he is now in the process of cleaning up, completely reorganizing himself again. And you keep appearing in his thoughts, and it really hurts him or her too. No matter what you see of him outside, if you see him happy, but let me put it this way, you can't see him happy. If you look into his eyes now, his face, you will see, wow, what's going on there? Because I also have the optics here. It might be, yes, maybe a bit bloated or completely drained, sad, overwhelmed. If you currently have contact with him, and maybe it's only in writing now or something like that, then that he might send you fewer voice messages or so, then those are also moments where simply the voice, because they would betray him. Your voice would betray him. And you, as I said, are a very big topic for your loved one, because here comes the connection, the warmth, the domestic area, the connection with you, and also the longing in your direction, because here we have the feelings of happiness with you. And here nothing at all anymore, as I said, here whoosh, ice cold. Yes, so, phew. I already find it quite interesting what's really going on there. As I said, we definitely have an end here. The current status, if it's about a trio constellation here, absolute end. Whether it's a relationship, whether it's friend, family, or anything in this area, cut. Because I only have lies, deceit, envy, and malice here. This a completely false game. And now it has really hit him ice cold. And this awakening, this shock moment, oh my God, what have I done? So, and now we also have feelings, I take that with me. First of all, we have the wands, and with the wands, with the Ace of Wands, it is shown there is this looking back. I have him very, very retrospectively, as I mentioned to you earlier, in your direction. Also, retrospectively, what is very important here, these old behavior patterns that he or she has always had. And this, where he has always perhaps been so aimless, now he is coming. And from this uncertainty, he is now entering this area where he is also trying a bit to get a new momentum, especially the new momentum concerning love, especially self-love, self-worth, because I see him lying on the ground here, and there is this tidying up into healing so that he moves forward again, especially with himself, and also, since we have you here with us, also in your direction. That he really also looks for any opportunity to become active in your direction and to regain momentum there. And he hopes for a chance of growth concerning you both. To go into healing, maybe also a conversation, but simply this, wow, these points of contact again and into healing there. So now we have the cups, and now, because then he also comes back into feeling, we have the Knight of Cups, and there will be, and that is you give him positive energy. The positive energy is you, feelings of happiness, that is you. And this wonderful, this warmth, this lightness, and that he is coming more and more into it. And he feels it now, as I said, on a level of consciousness, what you have always given him, which he hadn't really perceived. And yes, as I said, Three of Cups, he sees the beauty in you, the connection with you. And for some, it might also be that there's now a little touch, an attempt coming along. Is there perhaps with everyone else? Do I still have a place there, or do I even have a chance? But he definitely is coming back into the area concerning plans for a relationship with you, especially into the clarification, to also move into healing the conversation so that it truly leads to complete reconciliation. And there, this love is really shown again. And he reaches this point because, as mentioned, the romance, he also enters this area because, as mentioned, 10 seeks romance. And he is really trying to seize the opportunity to reconcile with you. Wow, my dear ones, a very interesting reading. And I wish you a continued good appetite with your popcorn chips, fruit salad, ice cream, or whatever you have. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart for watching. And I wish you all a wonderfully beautiful rest of the day. Goodbye.